So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So that's got things underway.
Well, if you judge a striker by his goals, Ruud van Nistelrooy has to be held in the highest regard.
He is a goal-scoring phenomenon.
Yeah, a real master who, when you think of his work, doesn't appear to have a weakness. As poachers go, he's supreme.
De Bruyne, closing in on goal. That's really well cleared. Looking tidy in possession here. And reclaimed it in a trice. Caceres. And he goes cross-field. Well, good play on the left-hand side here. De Bruyne. Oh, that's fabulous.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Ruben Neves. And it's Van Nistelrooy. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Quarter of an hour played. De Bruyne looking to get on the end of this. Cleared away. Now it's Romario. Davids. Romario. He shifted it to the flank. And that has found him in acres of space. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
They've played it short. Lovely feet. And now they can spring out of defence. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Nicely weighted. Messi! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, that wasn't far away. Corner number 2 then.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Messi. Now it's Romario.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
McAllister receives it in a good position here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Zakaria does well to get it back. Neither side yet able to find the net. Hazard. Van Nistelrooy, someone who can always claim to be the most immaculate finisher. Great defending, strong and determined. Looking for the run. Saliba cuts out the pass. Shevchenko. And he's worked it through. And a chance! And he's gone looking for safety.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That'll be a throw-in. Caceres. Played into space. Nicely worked. Pass is just off target. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Looking to play him in. Romario is herring after that one. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. Ricky Puig conjures time and space where few can. Oh, good ball! And Romario! Goal! Barcelona! You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
He has found the way through. Saliba kept his eye on it, and he's there. Can he get it through? Great ball if he can get there. Dealt with nicely by the defence. No, again there's no way through.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get...
Romario! Goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
And there's the end of the first half. How would you review the first half?
Shimizu Esples really are lucky not to be down by more, Peter. The manager's going to have to come up with something a little special to lift these players. Otherwise, this one's as good as done.
Cambio de jugadores.
Here we go again then.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it, try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Now it's Romario. Great vision. Nice interception. His positioning was... Oh, what a mistake!
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
And that's another good win of the ball. He's in a great position here. Looking for options for movement. Threads one in. Lovely pass, but can he get there? De Bruyne. And it's Hazard. Turns back here, probably the best option. More and more pressure on the ball here. Shevchenko. Aims beyond the defence. And he's had it nicked away. And it's Serginho. Serginho. Good, strong midfield running here. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Hazard. And he's managed to get free. Tries to cross. Botman is there, and he can get... Great chance! Oh, it rattles the bar! That's going to go a long way.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
No, that's been intercepted. De Bruyne. That has been cut short. Now, can they get him away? It's a good foot in there. Now it's Hazard. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Shevchenko. Knocks it into space. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Shimizu Espels clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Romario. Now it's Romario. He's found a way through. Hazard.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was...
Tries a shot! And that would have been some goal.
Well, such a fabulous run, and he was fully intent on rounding it off in some style. Great strength, wonderful skill, terrific balance, but he seems to have rushed the finish.
Hazard tries to clear. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Caceres. And it's Serginho. Serginho towering forward here. Hit into the middle. Saliba can get it clear. Now it's McAllister. And that could set him on his way. He could be in here. He's through, it's shot a goal! It's bounced back off the post. Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Oh, he went for it there knowing full well that it could have all been wrapped up.
Será sustituido por el dorsal 20. Eto'o. Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Barcelona finding their passes. And that was very necessary. Rodri. Neymar. Caceres. That's a promising run he's making on the right. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Hangs one in. Nice interception, well timed.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Tries to play it through. He's a sharp little ball here. Now it's Eto'o. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's shifting through the gears. It's Asa! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Botman gets across to intercept that. Can he get on the end of this? And this is Van Nistelrooy.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Referee has just said play on. Now it's Hazard. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, we're on the way.
You'd be hard-pressed to find someone as dependable in the box as the man leading the line here.
Ruud van Nistelrooy.
As prolific as they come, Peter, another Dutch predator who has such a desire to be on the end of anything that comes into the box.
Nicely weighted ball. And this is Shevchenko, and he's on his way! Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Van Nistelrooy! What a wonderful goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Knocks it into space. And Shevchenko! Kaka. Drogba. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Ricky Puig. Shevchenko. He's dealt with that really well. Elects to cross. Kaka. Spread it left. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Serginho's cross. And the shot! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him. And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. Cross flung in towards the middle. Oh, well played. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. And here's Shevchenko. Conte.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Serginho.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Played through for the wide man. Serginho picks it up out wide. Serginho's cross. Great chance! It's in! And this is getting better and better. A finish of great intelligence. He just understood and he executed so smoothly.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Ruben Neves. He can run onto that. Serginho has it out wide and in space. Bale could move up a gear here, looking for the run, and he welcomes it in. Neuer breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Can he get it through? And that's another good win of the ball. Ruben Neves, nicely aimed pass. Kaka. Saliba spots it and intercepts. And this is Shevchenko. And it's Kaka. Beckham does really well to win the ball there. Ruben Neves. Serginho is looking to influence the game from out wide. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Conte.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass.
He's got tall! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Shifted it to the flank. Robertson. That is good alertness. Ruben Neves.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Kimmich. Kaka. And that has left him in a heap. Gabriel cuts out the pass.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And it's De Bruyne. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. And he's managed to get free. Played out to the right. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and two between them at half-time. Here we go again then. Vinicius Junior in with the challenge. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Played into space out wide. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Time and again they are repelled. Van Nistelrooy, given the lift of his goal. That has not gone well.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
That's been slipped through. He's a one chance for a shot! Yes! And they are cruising away. That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
And now he has two. A case now of complete control. Van Nistelrooy! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Drogba charging forward, the ball at his feet. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing.
Shimizu Espals are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
Beckham. Now there's a fine ball. And Van Nistelrooy! And that is high. Robertson. Conte. Kaka. Madrid disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Well, that looks a decent ball. Chance! Great football, shot and save.
Shimizu Espul's really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Corner number 2 then. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, there's a probing ball. Oh, good take, Drogba! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
Ruben Neves. And it's Serginho. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Benatia is very much of the none-shall-pass school of defending. Tries to pass it through. And the shot! Sticks it away! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Madrid give themselves a fighting chance, back in with a shout. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Aimed beyond the defence. That's an untidy challenge, free kick given. And he has shown him a yellow card. It's just beyond his reach. Shot could be on. Caceres just loves to go forward whenever he can. And it's De Bruyne. Shevchenko. Oh, shooting chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Coming on the field is number 20, Batistuta.
Kimmich. Oh, can he get onto this? Saliba kept his eye on it, and he's there. Caceres. Lovely pass, but can he get there? That has been cut short. Now it's Drogba. Oh, super ball. Big chance! And it's in! Back to within one! Interesting!
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
Madrid get themselves back into contention.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
It's a pretty loose pass. Conte. Nice-looking ball. Oh, perfectly measured that. No, that's been intercepted. What a throw-in. Looking for a runner. Well timed, excellent interception. And he was quick to react. I think we're just about done here. Now, can they get him away? Beckham. Bale receives it in a wide position. It's a mighty effort! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Cleared without complication.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Van Nistelrooy. That's Ruben Neves. Looking to play him in. And this is Van Nistelrooy. That is a brilliant interception. Adams. Yeah, that pass isn't the best. And that is a... And De Bruyne! Now, who's going to be first to this? That's going to go a long way.
Substitution on the field. Number 4, De Bruyne. Number 27, Serginho. Coming on the field.
And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. Van Nistelrooy claiming the match. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So off we go then. Neuer turning out for what will be his 400th appearance. There's precious little point talking of anyone else here today, Jim.
Well, this couldn't have happened to a better player, Peter. I say big congratulations to him. Someone who's told me on many occasions that his greatest motivation to keep playing is the love of the game. That's what it's all about.
Now then, the ball's come loose. Judge, surely! Goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And here's Dani Olmo. Tries to play it through. Shevchenko. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Shimizu Espul's clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have...
Shoots! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Van Dijk makes the interception. And it's Ruben Neves. And this is De Bruyne. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Elise. Nice interception, well timed. Serginho. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Shevchenko. Referee has just said play on. And it's Ruben Neves. Rijkaard.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. They're taking a moment to consider their options. So, another set play. Dani Olmo plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Benatia does well to get it back. Ruben Neves. Passing is crisp and sharp. Rijkaard. Shot at goal! Sticks it away! 2 up now, and they are cruising. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
And he cuts out the supply. And the return pass. Knocks it out wide. Back into the middle. Rijkaard. 30 minutes gone. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Great vision. And that's a good ball. Olise. Xavi Alonso. Eto'o. He's in a great position here. Ruben Neves. Caceres. It's not an especially good pass, that. Serginho is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Serginho. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. And we have our very first corner. De Bruyne with the short one. In with the challenge. Referee's given a throw. And here's De Bruyne. In towards the back stick. Good challenge. Excellent challenge. Rijkaard. And it's Olmo. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Caceres. And back to the goalkeeper. And it's Serginho. To Benatia. And the half-time whistle goes. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Shimizu Espul's really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team, so I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
Quick announcement now. We would like to
It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and 2 between them at half-time. And that's the start of another 45 minutes. Dani Olmo. Rijkaard. Now it's Dani Olmo. And that has put paid to that. Serginho. And it's Benatia. Here's a man who his teammates can look to in all times. Caceres. De Bruyne. To Ruben Neves. And it's Serginho. That's a sharp pass. Xavi Alonso. And Dani Olmo. Serginho. And he's managed to get free. And this is Eto'o. Eto'o showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Pass somewhat off target. Serginho going face-to-face with his great rival. Xavi Alonso gets across and deals with it. Couple of goals between the sides, and it's still early in the second half. There's the shot! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Now it's Shevchenko. Good pressure, determined, intense. Ruben Neves. Ball swung in.
That's good defensive concentration.
He's chosen to go back. Benatia is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. Elise, it's a pretty loose pass. Benatia. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Dani Olmo. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Looking for a runner. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And he's intervened well there. Elise. Oh, that's well spotted. Nicely shaped ball. Oh, nicely intercepted. Now he's off and running.
Eto'o really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. 75 minutes played. Oh, that's a fine interception.
That's just playing it safe and simple. They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Here's the return pass. Nicely weighted ball. And it's Caceres. He's picked his way through. Ball comes in. Baresi can get it clear. Elise. Xavi Alonso. That is good alertness. Played towards the front line. Elise. And this is Eto'o. And that's gone loose. He's had a shot! Really well taken goal. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
Number 18.
Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Now that looks a decent ball.
Xavi Alonso.
Nice control.
Number 27, Serginho. Coming on the field, number 20.
Shimizu Espons really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Number 19, McAllister.
Albert Ferrer. And that's it. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game after which you feel it's a shame anybody had to lose.
And now, to all members of the crowd,
taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match.